Hey everyone, in this particular lecture, we are actually going to derive some important relationships between the terms that we defined in our previous lecture. And yes, these important relations are going to be very useful in our upcoming sessions where we will solve some numerical problems. So let's move ahead to our first relationship. And the first relationship that we are going to derive here is SE equals to BWG. So to start here, just write down the formula for void ratio, which is the volume of voids divided by the volume of solids. But see, this is actually the formula where there is no water present, and here you can see that this is the water content. This is the degree of saturation, and both are actually related to water. So to introduce water, what I can do is simply divide both the numerator and the denominator by the volume of water. Now here you can see that. What is this term? The numerator. The numerator is simply the inverse of the volume of water to the volume of voids. And so you can just write here that this is nothing but 1 over S. That is the volume of water to the volume of voids. So now I can even write this as equal to 1 over S times VW over the volume of solids. Yes or no? Now I can also write that the volume is simply equal to the weight divided by gamma. Yes or no? So that can again be written as C. The volume of water is simply equal to the weight of water divided by the gamma of water. In the same way, the volume of solids can be written as the weight of solids divided by the gamma of solids. Now it can again be written as 1 over S times WW divided by 2S times gamma S over gamma W. Now look here, this term and this term are both individually different terms. And see, this is nothing but the water content, and water content is simply this. That is, it equals the weight of water divided by the weight of solids, while the unit weight of solids over the unit weight of water. This is nothing but GT, which is the true specific gravity. So here I can finally write that E equals nothing but 1 over S times water content times GT. Again, by cross multiplying, you will get the formula SE equals WG. But yes, also note here that the G given in this particular formula is nothing else, but it is the true or absolute specific gravity, not the mass specific gravity. So you may be asked which specific gravity is actually present in this particular formula. So that is your true specific gravity. Now let us move on to the second formula that we are going to derive here. And that is nothing but this. Gamma equals G plus SE divided by 1 plus E multiplied by gamma W. So for that, I'll just start with the formula for gamma. And as you know, gamma is nothing but weight upon volume. And weight is nothing but that is the total combined weight of the water as well as the solid particles. Whereas the overall bulk volume includes both the empty voids and the solid particles themselves. Yes or no? Now from here, just take WS as common here. So here you will see that WW upon WS will be in the bracket, and the second term will be equals to be WS upon WS. Fine? Or that can be simply written as 1 also. Whereas here, if you calculate the Vs in the common, then this will be equals to be Vv upon Vs plus 1. So again, here you can see that Ws upon Vs into. Here you will see that this particular term, this is nothing but the water content, and this term is nothing. But that is 1, whereas this term, which is Vv upon Vs, is nothing. But that is your void ratio. So now you can simply write that as 1 plus W over 1 plus E in the denominator. Now see again. Here you can see that this term, which is the weight of solids to the volume of solids, is nothing but your gamma of solids. Yes or no? So again, here you can simply say that this is nothing but gamma of solids multiplied by 1 plus W divided by 1 plus E. So this is gamma. Now let us move ahead. Now gamma can again be written as C Gamma of solids is nothing but equal to GT times gamma W. Yes or no? How did I get this? See, this is nothing but GT here. GT is equal to gamma S divided by gamma W. Yes or no? So gamma solids can also be written as gamma W times GT. So here, instead of gamma solids, I'm going to write GT times gamma W. So here, GT times gamma W. And instead of W, which is water content, what I am going to write here is SE over G using this formula. Okay, so just put here SE over GT divided by 1 plus E. If you now multiply the GT inside the bracket, then gamma will become equal to GT plus C. See, GT and GT will cancel out with cross multiplication, and gamma W is still outside the bracket over 1 plus E. So this is actually the formula that you wanted to derive here, and we are already here. But the same formula can also be used in a different form. So for example, let's suppose you want to calculate the value of gamma dry. So for dry, you know that the degree of saturation is equal to 0. And if you put the degree of saturation, that is S equals 0, into this formula, the formula will become equal to GT times gamma W over 1 plus E. You just substitute the value of S here as 0. Similarly, if you want to calculate the value of gamma saturated, substitute the value of S as 1. So here the formula will become GT plus, since S is 1, multiplied by E times gamma W over 1 plus E. So therefore gamma saturated will become equal to G plus E times gamma W over 1 plus E. So that is another formula. See, I am just putting those into boxes so that you can remember that these are the formulas we have already derived. Now let us talk about gamma submerged. Now see, as we have already derived, gamma equals G plus SE times gamma W over 1 plus E. And now you have also calculated that gamma saturated equals G plus E times gamma W over 1 plus E. And you also know that gamma submerged equals gamma saturated minus gamma W. We derived that when we defined the value of gamma submerged. So just substitute the value of your gamma saturated here, that is G plus E, times gamma W over 1 plus E minus gamma W. Take the LCM. So this will be equal to G plus E times gamma W minus 1 plus E times gamma W divided by 1 plus E. So now here you will see that G, E and E will cancel out, and minus 1 will remain here multiplied by gamma W over 1 plus E. So this is the formula for gamma submerged. So now see here, we have actually calculated all the formulas. That is, one is for gamma, another is for gamma saturated, and another one is for gamma submerged. And yes, we also derived the formula for gamma D, which is equal to G gamma W over 1 plus E. So these are a total of 4 formulas that are derived from just a single formula. Now let us move ahead to the third formula that I want to derive here, which is gamma D equals gamma over 1 plus UW. So for that, I again want to write the gamma formula, which is the weight of water plus the weight of solids divided by the volume of soil. If I just calculate the numerator by taking W's as common here, so it will be WW over W's plus 1 in the numerator, whereas the denominator is simply the volume of soil. Now simply separate these two terms. The first separate term is W's over the volume of soil, while the other bracket is 1 plus WW over W's. What is this? Weight of water over weight of solids, that is water content. So just write a small w here. Now again, see what is this term? That is the first bracket. See, gamma dry is nothing but the weight of solids plus the weight of water. But for dry soil, you know that the weight of water is 0 divided by the volume of soil. So this is nothing but gamma dry. So gamma dry times 1 plus W equals gamma. So this is the third formula that we have derived here. So, in total, I have derived 3 formulas in this particular session. The derivation is very simple, and yes, the derivation is also optional, because no one is going to ask you to derive the formula when you are solving the numerical problems. But yes, understanding how you can derive it is important. You do not need to derive those formulas in the exams, but you should understand that, how the derivation is done. And yes, you have to remember these formulas to solve the numerical problems that we are going to do in our next lectures. So we will meet again in our next lecture. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.